Good evening, all of my fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. Let's give us some chill hop. Chill hop. Chill hop? Yeah, chill hop. All right. We are at about 1 minute and 45 seconds from moving these things over. Something happened to my drive, and when there was a recovery on the drive, it did this weird duplication where it not only did the drive, but then it did a duplication of that drive, and it was just so weird. So all of my pictures are duplicated weirdly, and I don't know what that means. So now I am looking through all of these duplications and going, what in the heck was going on here? What was the story in here? Why was all of this duplicated? What was going on? What was happening? But I'm also trying to get a good idea of what the heck was going on in that directory. And so now what I've ended up doing was a search for all things JPEG. That isn't helping much, but that's all right. That was a picture of like the first day that we did broadcasting on this show. I saw that go through. Okay, we'll keep both sides of this. We'll just let it go on ahead and do its thing. Because I want everything copied over here. Kind of weird. So apparently our first show of Quack was 12/20 of 2019. Isn't that amazing? Doing this for a long time. All right. It moved everything over. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. Okay. Good. Freaking forever. So I just cleared everything from there. And that should give me a good count of how many rando JPEGs I've got to find a home for. So far, 30,000 of them. Which is why I wanted to do this. Then we've got to do a fix on a piece tonight that we're going to be working on in a minute. Once I figure out how to do this. And that fixing that piece is going to be relatively minor. There will be a broadcast tomorrow morning, and theoretically a broadcast tomorrow night. So now I'm just going to go ahead and launch this. All right. Because that is not well, it has seized up a little, so here we go. You'll just have to deal with the fact that this is a lockup of some sort over there, which has nothing to do with our drawings tonight. So we're working on this piece, which I made for a buddy of mine. She loves it, but apparently one of the other people in her team doesn't like the horns, which is totally cool. So I am going to look that up. It said more like Maleficent, which I can do. I think the funniest part about the whole thing is, like said, that it looks too anime. I would rather it didn't look anime. And so they said, make it look more maleficent. I'm okay with that. I'm not sure what exactly that means, but you know what? I'm game. So we'll go in here, and the first thing we'll do, on the old horns, which means taking that away though, temporarily while we pull the old horns off. No. Right. At some point, this thing will go away, and then I'll know it's done thinking through whatever it's thinking through over there. This is one of those things where you're not going to work. There. Angelina Jolie. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another layer up here because I need to figure out these horns. So the way they go looks like, to me, the way they're going is in a curl, like so. Right? So they're coming up and over like this. And then they come up and curl out like so. Gave her a definite ram horn effect here. I just don't want to push the angle because it feels uncomfortable to me. But the truth is, it is like this. Our head's tilted down, so I gotta move that angle over, which is why we did it in blue line, so I could figure out the damn shape. It is back though. More like that. It's that. That's what we're looking at. All right. Now that we've done this, we're going to go in ahead and drop its opacity down so we can see just the basics of it. Switch to an LED pin. We're going to just come in. All right, there we go. I feel like these horns might be needing to be adjusted slightly. We'll figure it out. Do that to her face. She gets the same kind of widow's peak sort of thing going for her on this side. Now you can see her ear. We'll take this guy and merge him down. And that way, I can go in here with the eraser and go bork, 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 and bork, right? Thus opening up that entire section there. This guy can be trashed now. We've got that. And we'll go in here and bork. And now what we've got is a problem with this guy, which wasn't designed to do this game, and now is doing this game. Take race to there. Race here. Same thing on this side. Race there. We're on the raster layer, so I've got to be very careful what I do and don't do here. And then I'm going to take just white and come in on the LG pen in just white, and I'm just going to come up here and go through here. I'm just going to. Oh man, that's way too much junk. Let's try this one. And this part. Anything in this point, at this point inside here being overwritten by a white line, that's fine. It's outside here, we'll be careful though. All the way up into here and find our spot. I don't know if anybody's talking to me at all because we may have crashed. Oh, Alfie's here. Yeah, okay. Hey, Cranges. Sorry, I just now realized that there's no update on my main page. So I've been looking up there on a page going, nobody's talking. Why isn't anybody talking? And you have been talking. I just haven't seen you because I am in a different spot. So apologies. I can see you now. I'm just looking at the picture of Maleficent. Okay, I kind of like this guy, but I think I'm going to go back to my normal pin temporarily with this G pin right here. And I'm going to go back in. I'm just trying to lean these lines up along here. Just coming along. So, making sure all of this is done. Come down here. This is a commission I'm doing for a buddy of mine who lives in Kentucky at the moment. And so, just leaning all this up here. So, here, it's all to back to this. And the problem with this is there's an arm down here somewhere, and now the arm is no longer behind the so now I've got to figure out where that arm is. So I'm going to go in here with my line tool. And really mess it up. Okay, so looking at her bicep, deltoid, put it through here like so. So there we go. Also on this side, wow, Way too much. Not here. That. There we go. Just like that. And all I'm doing is just cleaning up the mess here. So, client took and showed picture to all of client's friends and buddies. Friends, one of them said, "I don't like the horns. It makes her look too anime." And I don't like anime, was the quote. Which was particularly funny because, as my friend pointed out, the eyes look much more anime than the horns did. But you know what? We're not going to argue. Brent finally made it here. Did you guys, Brent, did you see my new brushes? They are wild. I'm going to be playing with those for a while. They were one of those sales on Facebook that normally I wouldn't give into, but I had to for this one because these brushes were incredible. Oh man. Now, I've given her Maleficent horns. She now has Maleficent horns. Watch this. Wait. This is Brent. Wait, no, what? No, but check this out. Come on, don't be such a twit. Oh, that's because it's so huge. And all these dots. Isn't it amazing? Well, that's good. Lord of the Rings is always good. But the best part about this is, man, you can do this in like different colors. This is so cool. I got one of those too, but it's over there. I'll be messing with that one Tuesday night when I go to art club with the rest of the guys. But I've been upgrading and buying important things that I've been needing to buy for a very long time. And one of them is, oh my goodness, this guy right here, which is a fine liner. And this fine liner is the exact same fine liner that Kim Jong-gi used. And so I ordered one myself. And so that's what this guy is right here. So I'm all excited about this. So, yep. That's what we're doing, man. This is apparently the same fine liner that Kim Jong-gi uses. So I'm going to use this fine liner. It's not a fine liner, it's a brush layer pen. But this is my Tuesday night experiment when I go out with boys and girls of Blitzits. But this has made me super happy because I can do stuff with all of these things and just make it kind of work. Right? Even the dirty lines over here, so I kind of get these dirty lines in here. It's just so much fun. All right. So yeah, all of these different dots and cross hatching. Oh, man, just being able to do cross hatching and never do this in real life. Oh my god! But yeah, I mean, look at that cross hatching there, and I can lay it down lightly because it's got pressure sensitivity. I'm having way too much fun with this stuff. Got some clean and dirty horizontal lines that I can put in here. It just is so cool. I just have to learn how to make it work, which is fine. All right. Anyway, new pens, new toys. You know how it goes. I am perpetually I'm perpetually on the search for newer and wilder things. Okay, so we have now made her Maleficent horns. So I'm going to take and make sure that our background is killed. I need to see how much of this is correct and how much isn't. No, don't draw. All right. Okay. So as I was saying, commission. Client wants a redraw of a character piece done in 2007 by another artist, not me. That artist no longer can be found, so wants a redraw. Asked me to redraw the character. They actually, what they asked for was to make it printable, because it wasn't very printable at the time. So I said I would, wasn't a problem. Went on ahead and did the redraw on the character. And I feel like I've improved it. Part of it was the anatomy was wrong. Her head was, in the original one, her head was back, and her head should be forward just to keep a counterbalance on the weight of everything that's going on, just looking at her body. So I had to go and fix like the anatomy through this zone here. And of course, it's a much larger boob than I would ever create myself, but I just work here. What do I know? Not my job to make that decision, make that call. So it's all good. There we go. And Viola. Now let's go fix the 8-ball up here. And I feel kind of like we should force this line and this. This guy goes up to this. Goes weird. They're still out there shooting off those damn mortars. Those are the only ones I really have a problem with. Those things are just so loud. I yelled at one group of people a couple of nights ago, and I think last night they came back and retaliated by firing one at the house. It actually made my ear ring. Like my left ear was ringing for about 15 or 20 minutes after they hit it because it was so loud and it was right here. And I was like, really? So I think that was their, oh yeah, you can't tell me what to do. We'll fire off a mortar right at your house. Because freedom. And so I'm only bitter and annoyed because it's just so inconsiderate. It's so amazingly inconsiderate. It makes me mad. I have better things to do in my life. Idiots for being idiots. But I've never had one of those mortars be so loud to actually make my ears ring, like set off tinnitus. Never had that before. That's a little close. Alrighty, a couple of touch-ups there. A couple of touch-ups here and there, and all is good. So like I was saying, I'll be on for tomorrow morning's show, and odds are good tomorrow evening. We'll have everybody back in place again for Geek Tank, so we should have a normal Geek Tank. So that's cool. We got that. Yeah, I have been too. But I think we're back to our normal crew. All three of us should be back. I know that Troy is back from the wilds of Kentucky, and she's good. We're gonna call it there. Put Maleficent horns on her and save her. I know, no Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea's coming back at this point. She's moved on to a different part of her life. Nothing bad. I mean, I think if we were to ask her, she'd come back, but she wouldn't be able to stay because I feel like her world is kind of moved on to something else now. And so I asked her to help with Iacon, and she said, sure. And then said, no, never mind. I'm overloaded. And I was like, I get it. I understand. It's totally cool. So I've been down that road. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, So though I miss her, I bid her well. she certainly served well. I mean, she didn't. It's not like she didn't earn her spot, I'm going to save that and call that because I keep using this larger version. I don't need to use a larger version. I feel like her horns should be black. What do you think? He's not in the intro at all. He actually had a brilliant idea, and I want to kind of implement it. And so I won't say what it is, but I'm thinking of doing it. The problem I've got is that, hey, Neon, welcome to the show. I think her horns need to be black. I really do. I'm going to duplicate this layer. No, that's not it. I'm going to duplicate this layer. And we're going to try black. How's life where you are, Neon? Oh, Neon, let me get you a link because you might be able to join the show if you want. Are you ready to join the show? You don't have to be ready. Oops, something went wrong with the streamy thingy. Yeah. I know you're blowing up. Hey, trouble. Stop that. East. Heck yeah. Well, let's get you on here then. Hang on, let me get Discord running. You're like, I'm not even working tonight. Yay! You don't have to worry about people wandering around doing weird things. Light theme was the only theme. Whatever. All right. Why does it tell me all these things? I don't need to know these things. Do I need to know these things? Oh, I don't know if I like this restream bot doing its thing. See you later. Have a good evening. Okay, I'm on the duck pond. Are you over in the duck pond? Neon. As in over on the... Oh, there you are. You just showed up. Is that you? That's not you. Is it you? Having a moment. And the moment is, yeah, that's okay. I see you over here. Why am I not seeing a thingy that I can actually like connect to you on? Here. I'll do that. And then hang on, I'll add you here in just a second. This is a little bit of a complicated thing. You'll have to give me a minute. Things don't move very quickly here. As I say, invite. Copy you, and then say there. See if this works. Work? See that? Clear that, and we'll see. If you click that, you should show up in a thing that asks about what you're sharing and who you're sharing it with, and all the things. You know how it goes. I'm not on Discord now. Should I add you as a friend? Yes, I should add you. Can you not see it until I add you as a friend? I don't know. All right. I think it's funny that on my internal, in my internal switch here, inside OBS, you've got green when you're coming in on Twitch and black when you're coming in on Discord. You do you, boo. I will do the fix thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna do black holes. Yeah, that's not. I don't know what to do. I'm just being, me. I don't know. I'm just. All right, I'm gonna do this about halfway down and see what I'm doing over here. I believe we're going to allow to use an eraser on this at all. We don't want to use an eraser anywhere in here. And then we're going to go like this. I can resend. You bet. Stand by. The link is permanent. It's a permalink, so it won't change. Unless we have to change it. I've never had to change it before, so please don't be a troll. Nope. All right. Like I said, they need to be black. Okay. So when you come in on this one, you can share your screen, and that's the bottom controller. So if you join, you don't have to join with your well, do you have OBS? Because I switch back and forth obviously between this. So this is my my main camera, and the monitor is here, so I switch between those. It should also say join without camera, I think, is one of the options. I'll go over and look at dummy and see if dummy says that. Right? I'm talking too much, but it doesn't say that. Yeah, there you go. Yes, I know. So you don't have to join with your, now at the bottom there, you can see share screen. At the bottom, there's like a microphone, a little like video or whatever, and then you've got share screen. Before I add you in, because if you don't have your camera on and I hit add to the stream, it'll just be your voice. Is that okay? Probably should switch over to where I can read it. There you go. So then I can add that. Are you ready for me to add that to the stream? I'm going to add your voice to the stream. Don't turn your camera on. Okay, so now you should be able to talk and I should be able to hear you. In theory. Sort of. Anyway, but I can also add your screen, and I'll add the screen in.
Hello?
There you are.
In theory.
In theory. It's always in theory. Everything runs on theories. Welcome to the show, Neon. You are live. And I've shared your screen now, so you should have screen at top and only voice. This is the same way that Cat does when Cat's on. Music squeaking. I hate squeaky music. Do you want to mute your audio?
Oops.
Well, no,
I
I
think
can
I
still
did.
hear you. I can
Oh.
still hear you. I'm just saying, if you want to mute your audio, I can remove you from the stream. Like you're saying, you're off tonight, and so you're not at work. I assume that's probably okay for you to be talking. But like when you normally join, we don't have to add your audio. We just add you over there in the left room, like it's sitting, and then just add the screen in, and it should be fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be down to do that too.
Sweet. I like having voice only because I'm going to be drawing, and so I'm not looking up at the screen as much.
Oh yeah.
So it's always good to have voice, but I understand you can't do that when you're at work.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather have.
It's not like a huge deal. Like most of the time, like you wouldn't even hear anybody, but it'd just be that one time.
Right.
You know?
And then it becomes a HIPAA violation, and you're in trouble.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm in big trouble, and
would not be ideal. I'm with you on that one. Certainly not going to complain. I seem to be losing artists these days. Like KN now has a job that means that he's got to be up at 4:30 in the morning. So
no. There's no way.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm such a night owl.
Me too.
But yeah, so he's dropped out. Pepper, I don't know what happened to Pepper, but I should reach out to Pepper and say, "Are you okay, dude?" Because I haven't heard from you in a while. Make sure he's okay. But like most of the artists who usually join aren't here, so I'm like, it's great because Kat's been joining recently.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Kat's got their own world going, so I never know. So thank you for joining me and being my body double for the day.
Oh yeah. You may hear a toddler in the background.
That's also cool. I have a toddler too. It's a cat.
Mm-hmm.
My actual child is 13, which means sometimes they can act like a toddler, but most of the time they just ignore me as being way out of touch. Shrug.
Oh shit. I gotta switch things from the Clip Studio Cloud real quick.
All right, I think this thing is done. I like my Maleficent horns. I think we're done. Let's save as. Okay, I'm not watching the screen temporarily, so if somebody says something, it may take a second for me to catch on. Aw, one of my friends is really into the new tones that I put together on the tone brushes that I just bought.
Well, where's my dad? Where's my dad?
Hey, it's time to go to bed.
Well, where's my dad?
You better go to bed. Go ahead.
No, man.
It's time to go to bed. Good night.
Alrighty. Well, my client's on the East Coast, so that means it's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. and she's U.S. Army, so there's no way she can get into this right now. She's already in bed. So I'm going to close this project and move on to a different project. I don't know what project I'm working on, but I'll find something. So what you working on tonight, Neon?
I've been working on layouts, just like simple page layouts.
Nice.
So I might work on that for a little bit.
That sounds awesome, actually. That might be what I'm working on too. Maybe not that directly though. We'll have to see. I don't know where I am.
But I've also been meaning to work on just an illustration of some sort. If I can find my pen.
Right. Contingent on pens.
I found your pen.
It's time to go to bed. Good night.
Wait.
No.
Hey, werewolf.
Good night.
Good to see you. How you doing tonight? Pokemon Scarlet. Oh, are you talking about a game? Yeah, haven't played Pokemon in a long time. So, we're actually artists, so legitimately probably don't have any money for it anyway. Because most of us are broke. As artists are. So, sorry, man. I'm so out of touch. I don't even know what a Pokemon Scarlet is. I think the last time I saw anything was like the black and whites and stuff. So it's been a long time since I've done any work on Pokemon at all. I did draw a Pokemon a couple of nights ago. That was kind of fun. For what it's worth. I follow that. That makes some sense. And I appreciate the offer. I just, not something I do anymore, sadly. I both miss those days and don't miss those days.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
That's right. I was just saying I both miss them and don't miss those days.
Ugh. Yeah.
It's all
Like, I
right.
know one day I'll miss it whenever she, like, actually goes to bed all the time, like, on her own, and, you know, like, one day when she lives on her own and stuff, but right now I'm just like, go to bed.
Yeah.
It's
I
freaking
follow.
10.
I hate to say this, but in a few minutes, I'm actually going to go check in on my 13-year-old because they've got camp tomorrow. And I've been trying to get them to go to sleep, but they've been doing this thing about staying up until 1 a.m. or until 5 a.m. in the morning. And so trying to get them to stop doing that. And I wasn't in control yesterday. Mom was in control yesterday, and she didn't enforce it. And so I'm like, really? So Mom's going to be taking them to camp tomorrow morning. And I'm like, okay, but are they really asleep? Or is this going to be one of those try not to drown in the pool because you're asleep, you know? Summer camp. It is what it is. Either way, I feel for you, my friend. I feel for you. Hey, Garuda. How are things on your part of the world? If you tell me that it's 50 degrees, I am so going to be like, I don't even know. Oh, and is your mom still stuck on K-pop drama? Because that's important. Neon Garuda is one of the members of our actual local Denver group, but at the moment he's actually back in India, so he's hanging out on the other side of the globe, and he tends to drop in every so often when he's doing that. And one time he dropped in on the show and he was in a taxi in traffic in India.
Oh, man.
It's kind of like the wildest show. So Neon is somebody we've met on the stream and is now actually joining the stream and drawing and doing the drawing thing. Yep, 10:30.
Trying to do the drawing thing.
Trying to do the drawing thing, but both of us are having kid problems. Just the mind is sneaky. It's 10:30 in the morning for you, huh?
Nice to meet you. This looks like the Blue's Clues chair. Like.
It does, doesn't it? Oh no, lost.
Like, here, I'll just. Boom.
Done. Totally.
Blue's Clues chair.
Can you tell where your kid is in the world today? What age your child is? All right. Fair. So, like, for those of you who are watching, I promise not all of us are parents. However, it just happens to be a confluence tonight of the parents in this group. I swear we're not all parents. There are non-parent people here too. Oh yeah. That's another one. I miss those days and don't miss those days. Well, now that I think about it, like a lot of us have kids. Come to think of it, it's just that some of them are like, "Boy, Bob," who you don't think of Tyler as a kid because Tyler's like 20 or something now, so it doesn't really, not really, but he feels like he's 20. Is this Procreate? No, I'm using Clip. Sadly, well, not sadly. I've never gotten into Apple products really. I have a single iPad that I use over there, but I usually use it really for its primary job is to be this show when I'm at that control panel or when I'm at that station over there, because I've got a station over there for photography and painting. And so I use the iPad really just to log into the show so I can see what you guys are saying. So I don't think I'd get all the control that I would want out of it if I was Procreate.
Yeah, I had Procreate when I used to have my iPad, and I mean, I liked it for painting. Like, it's a good, like, painting app, but it's not great for comics.
Yeah, we need a lot more control, I think. I agree with you.
Plus, it has, you know, like 3D and stuff like that, which really fucking helps sometimes.
Mm-hmm. 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 Agreed. Yes. Now we're cool, Missoula. Yeah, I want to get off of Photoshop too. I'm overpaying $50-something a month. The problem is I keep getting jobs for random editing tasks. So now I've got to keep Premiere on hand. And if I'm paying for Premiere, I might as well pay for Photoshop. Especially since the job's pulling enough money to kind of warrant that kind of thing, but it's still kind of aggravating. Yet lagging is a thing. Yeah, and Garuda, enjoy it while it lasts. When she's a teenager. Which reminds me, if you guys will hold down the fort, I'm gonna go check on my teenager. Yeah, your son's getting up to that age. I'm shipping the kiddo off to camp. Unfortunately, it's just a day camp. So I don't get to leave the kiddo there. Sadly. All right. All right. We'll see you when you get here.
Whew.
All righty. Do you work all night, Neon?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I work from 10 my time to 6 my time, 5 days a week.
What time is it now where you are?
It's 10:22.
Oh. For you're on the western coast than we are. The other side. Oh
Yeah, I live in Oregon.
Oh yeah. I was just up there. You know, there's an Astoria, Oregon.
Yeah.
I was like driving around because we were headed to so my mother-in-law lives in Portland.
Mhm.
so we were leaving Portland because they were going to take I wanted to go see the Maritime Museum, which is on the coast.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, the Google thought the best route was to cross the bridge, cross the river, and head into
Mhm.
Washington, and then up and then over and then come back down. And that was cool. It was a cool drive, and I really enjoyed it. I like driving, so that's not a problem. So I was driving along, and then here we are in Astoria, and like everything is Goonies. And I was like, wow, this is a real place. So you get for living in the middle of the United States, you know? like I'm like, whoa, there's really like an Astoria, Oregon. That's so cool. I was geeking out. Just pretty cool. Yeah, me too. I've got this persistent cold that I caught.
I know. I'm sorry.
No. It's you and me. I'm doing the same thing over here. I'm blowing my nose all night. I'm like, where's all this stuff coming from? Great. Garuda better hurry up. Oh, that means the Garuda is exactly 12 hours ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was saying it's 10:30 a.m. Now that was a little while ago. That's cool. Godzilla. It's non-denominational. Mothra, still non-denominational.
I swear, man. My weekend's almost over and I start getting a cold.
You're allergic to drawing comics.
I know. Oh, dang.
I know. Sadly, this is not a choice for us because we're compelled. So there's nothing we can do about it.
Right.
So here we are. If you're allergic, it's too bad.
I was just talking to one of my friends about, like what is so compelling about, making comics.
Right?
And we couldn't stop laughing because I was just like, like you get carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I know.
I'm 25 and I already have it. But it's not severe enough for them to do anything about it, so I just get to deal with it until it gets bad.
I just have to go get a stupid arm brace because of that. I'll draw for a while and then I'll get numbness starting to form in my hands. I'm like, damn it, I don't want carpal tunnel.
Yeah, I have one right now. My daughter just told me to get one from the store that, holds it straight and wear that when I can. And I'm like, cool. And I don't know, it was just kind of funny. We were cracking up because it was just like, if somebody asked us why we do comics, we'd be like, actually, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I'll be sitting there at 3 a.m. working on the same page I've been working on for, a day and a half now, and somebody's gonna flip by and read it in 2 seconds, and yet here I am working on the next page.
That's the thing that I have a problem. I don't know why. I keep sitting there going, why are you devoting so much time to this? This takes so much time and so much effort, and people are going to spend a 30th of a second on it.
Oh, I know. And too, I read somewhere too, I don't remember where, but someone was saying, they're talking about, not spending so much time on a panel, especially not the big panels, because people spend less than 2 seconds reading it anyways, and for a big panel they may spend 3 to 5 seconds if they're a person that even appreciates art,
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just made me realize, maybe, that's the hard thing too about being an artist too, is because when I read other comics, I'm probably more of a critical reader than I am, than the rest of the people that read that comic,
Sure. Yeah.
Not that I'm just straight up criticizing people's comics, but I can't help it when I'm reading a comic and I see something I don't like, or I see something that's just crazy, and I'm like, wait, what? I can't even understand what's going on, I'll dissect it, but I don't know, I was just sitting there, I was like, I was telling my friend, I was like, I think it's a passion that you just can't fucking explain, I wanted to get into animation for a while.
Time for us to put the thing up there.
Uh-oh.
And he really did say that somewhere along the line.
What?
Oh, read the screen. Right.
Nothing's popping up for me. Oh, okay, wait.
I put up on there a quote from Miyazaki.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't, because I was like, you know, there's so much more to animation, and like realistically, if I wanted, because I was like, I'm gonna make an animation of my stories,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, yeah, I might make like a whole minute in my lifetime, maybe.
And it depends. I mean, if you're going to do it like Miyazaki, then yeah, that's about what you're going to be able to pull off before you die.
Yeah.
But there are so many things now that help and assist that you could probably pull it off.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time too, though, it's like, I don't know. I've always loved, comics and stuff, and I feel like it's the one industry that you can kind of get in as an artist and completely tell a story that you have, exactly how you want to.
Exactly.
It may not cut out exactly how you want it to, but you can.
Yeah, that's your problem, though. It's not somebody else's problem.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
It doesn't
not
come out right. That's on you, right? Because
Mhm.
that's because I agree. It's like sometimes my comics don't come out exactly right, and it's not because some editor came in here and messed with it. It's because I have 32 pages and I had 35 pages worth of writing or something. So I had to cut 3 pages, and those were important pages,
Mhm.
or something. You know what I mean? Like but that's on me.
I used to hate it when people said, to chop your story until it's just the important bits. But now I kind of understand it, because it's like you can cut out so much shit and then you don't even miss it as much. Like some of the stuff you don't even remember exactly what it was, but your story just comes out better.
Yeah.
On the other side.
I agree. Are you using Blue Line page layouts?
Yeah.
Blueline.com?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I think this one I got off of DVR actually though. So.
Oh. I don't know if you're interested, but I'm willing to share if you want to use the ones that both Kayan and I are using, which looks like this. But this is, so you can see the whole, all 32 pages in a unit. So you can zoom in to these and then do them pretty much like you're doing them. Because I've got this like the same thing, but and I do manga style, so I don't know how manga style you are. Whenever I say manga style, like as in like I go all the way down to the nitty gritty nuts and bolts. So like the darker the green, the more intense the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're supposed to have, for classic manga, you're supposed to have 3 peaks and 1 valley. So the 3 peaks are the darkest green. So 6 and 7. Then the next one's at page 18, and then there's a valley at 26. That's if you, as I explained it before, if you were to do this as Sailor Moon, right? The scene opens with Sailor Moon and some Yoma, and she does the moon tiara magic or whatever, and the Yoma disappears, thus beating the Yoma, right? There's a little bit of a fight argument, or maybe got Sailor Mercury in there, whatever. Then we go through all these pages from like 8 all the way through to page 15, is them discussing, that was a little different, a little bit harder or whatever. Oh no, what's the next one going to be? And then page 18 is the next Yoma, which then knocks Sailor Moon on her butt. And now she actually looks scared and worried, right? So we go into this, then they finally, she's ready to fight it, but it ends up beating her completely. And now she's in her room crying on page 26, But then whatever, Sailor Venus comes in, gives her a pep talk, and we figure out how to do this, and you have to believe in yourself, and because this is Sailor Moon, so it's not very the plots aren't deep. So then by 30 and 31 she's beating the Yoma, and then they win, so anyway, just a thought. You are welcome to use this if you want. You don't have to. There is no obligation. No obligation to buy. Would Chang get down on her knees to talk to Alex? Here's the question. Maybe. too condescending for a 14-year-old girl? Have somebody like bend down and talk to you? Especially if she's like a 4-foot Asian woman and she's still bending down to talk to you. maybe this scene isn't going as well as I thought. We'll see. Yeah, but we are a crazy lot, aren't we? We are not right in the head. Just saying, if Garuda's going to show up, we got about 15 minutes left in the show. And I love the fact that you and I are in pretty much the same step.
I
There you
know.
go, Garuda. You made it back with 10 minutes to spare. Good job. Half a click. Half a click is half a click. Okay, what's the temperature outside right now, though? Because I know you're coming up on like almost midday, so. Hey, Helen. I know. Helen's like, I just got here. I'm like, I know, we've only got like 7 minutes left in the show. Sorry, man. 93. Georgetown's 50, huh? Garuda's in India, so it's gonna climb. I mean, like, it's 19 Celsius here. It's getting kind of nice and cool, but the temperature today was pretty hot. Yeah. That's like Tokyo. Tokyo is brutal in the middle of the summer. It climbs up into like the 40s, upper 40s. I don't even want to deal with it. I hate that stuff. Helen, which Georgetown are you in? Are you in a Colorado Georgetown? It's 60. No, really. And yes. So you're also a fellow Coloradan. Have we met in like IRL? And I just don't know your handle? Oh, okay. Wait. I know how to fix this problem. Maybe I don't know how to fix this problem. Maybe I just screwed stuff up. What did I do in here? Oh, okay. Gotcha. No. Okay, so that's really funny because you said that, and I was like, it's almost like I was about to say, do you happen to know Amanda? Because she's from Georgetown. Oh, good. Somewhere along the line, I ran into Weber, and I'm trying to remember where it was because either I was talking to him or something completely random. Oh, I know. He butt texted me. It was like the weirdest thing. Out of the blue, I get a text from Weber, and it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, so I texted back. I'm like, "You okay, dude?" And he's like, I didn't mean to do that." It's like, so. Well, that's good. Right? Like, I don't think he intended to text me. It's just a weird, like, out of the blue, getting a message out from Weber. So Neon, Hallen here is a buddy of mine who works the large anime convention with me. We're both staff members at IndieK, which is the Nandeskan anime
Oh, that's
convention.
cool.
And it's the biggest convention in like 5 states. We have like 25,000 people there.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's like it's a monster. Yeah. Well, you've had kind of a rough year. I've been reading about you I've been following up with you on Facebook. Talking to Amanda. Yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. It's good to have you here. All right. Yeah. I'm glad you're getting better. Hey, Garuda. I'll signal that to you. I'll pass Mandy on to you. I mean, I actually don't know. Mandy asked a question. Alan did. Oh, hey Amanda, do you know Garuda IRL in real life? Because he's, of course, also part of the RTG groups. You never know. You know, sometimes it's like you don't know all of the guys because you know, like you'll know Colton and stuff like that because they're loud. Loud people. Andy. Yeah. It's sort of the way I sort of felt it was too. and good food, and sometimes scary food. I embrace all peppers. It is a thing. That's fair. All right. How do you think you've done today, Neon?
Okay. I just realized I forgot a whole speech bubble somewhere in my script.
Hunting down the speech bubbles. Well, I enjoyed having you on the show. I love peppers.
Yeah, I'd love to do it again.
Absolutely. The link is live and stays the same forever until, for whatever, if we have to change it because somebody's like trolling the program or whatever. So
Okay.
but if that happens, I'll alert everybody that that's what's going on,
Yeah.
Oh, up here? Yeah. I've got the Enterprise B there. And then, of course, I've got the E right there. And then this is the Strange New Worlds Enterprise right there. Then I've got my warp core right here, which is really those. Oh no, did I lose you? Oh, you're still here. You just turned off your share.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm gonna save it.
Well, it's 12:03, so I'm going to wind down here. But Mandy's looking at all the ships I've got. I have a lot of them too. I've got a Nova class there. I've got an Akira class, and I've got the classic movie version of the Enterprise back there. So, which is, I do not hide the fact that I am a hardcore Trekkie, and that definitely am one of those that can pull quotes and episodes and quote them like scripture. So it is a thing. But that's why I'm making my comic the way I am. My comic's effectively my version of Star Trek, which makes some sense to me. It's good to have you on here for the little bit there. Yeah, the refit looks like the A. I think this actually is the A because I got it from Eagle Moss, and yeah, it's the A. But the refit and the A are the same. But this is definitely the A.
All right, I'm gonna head out for the night. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you later. It was good to have you here. Thanks, Neon. Good night. So, yep. And then I am also going to go to bed because I got to be up in the morning to prep. Because Mariah is going to be here at something like, I don't know, stupid o'clock in the morning. And so I'm going to have to get the kiddo saddled up. It's a shame that Eagle Moss didn't do a very good job with it. Or that Eagle Moss messed this all up because it actually isn't bad. It's very pretty. Okay, well, the Enterprise A and or refit and I are going to go to bed now. I'm glad to see you here, Mandy, and please feel free to join again at any time. We usually broadcast in the morning from 9 to 11 and at night from 10 to midnight. So if you're ever up in any of those times, feel free to join the join the show. Of course, it's intermittent because like this week, tomorrow I have off, but the day after I'm working in a class, so it gets weird. But the night streams seem to hold. So thank you for joining us, Garuda. I'm sorry you couldn't actually join in before we cleared out. You had to go to your office and do that stuff, but I am glad you showed up. And I will see you all later. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye.